Met in school, yes, University of Ilorin. Continue. I think that day, when I say I was like, such a very fine, gentle young man.
But as it was just friendship, if I just want to deny within me, I know that it's okay. There's a very big tendency that it was going to be more than friendship. She's the first person I ever dated, and she's my wife.
In school, if I must admit, I had a crush on him, right? I did. Kama Kwaro, Kama Jade, I did. Yes, like actually, I blocked his number. I blocked things that Joy is trying to force herself on him. I got provoked. How many is the brother? No? Like that was how I was feeling. Like how many is the brother? I was already in a relationship with another person. Share it here. Secretly, I was thinking, Abishe brother, is he straight? I started sweating. Fever broke.
Okay, so I want to use this opportunity to say I really love you.
First, I want to appreciate you for being in my life. Like, you are a good addition to my life.
Hi everyone, good afternoon, good day from wherever you are watching from. This is your favorite program, Our Unique Love Story. We are back again with another banger. I have this amazing couple here with me, the ADEWOYEs. Do you want to say hello?
Hi,
everyone.
good afternoon, everyone.
Thank you very much for making our time to join us this afternoon. We are very, very grateful to have you. Let's get right into it so that we don't waste much time. Where did you guys meet? And like how many years ago? Oh, you're laughing. Who wants to go first?
Ladies first.
All right.
Okay, I think we met in school. Yes, University of Ilorin. And he was, I think, the then president of Anglican Students Fellowship in Ilorin, and we met 2011. That was the first time I saw him or laid eyes on him. He came to my hostel in 100 level.
For evangelism.
Exactly, for evangelism.
Visitation.
I
was not the only one, Sha.
Why are you clarifying?
We came with I think it was a Sunday after service.
Yes.
So we just said let's check up on members of the fellowship. I think
she had already joined the fellowship.
I wasn't a full member.
She wasn't really a full member or committed member. She wasn't coming every Sunday. Okay. So I don't know if you had another member who was a roommate or something.
No.
So it was that hostel was K Drums.
Yes, K Drums.
It was one popular hostel in Tanke, Ilorin there. So we had a visitation unit.
But she had joined the fellowship.
She had joined. I mean, she must have come. That was why we had our records, our data. Yeah. So let's visit our members after the fellowship as a president. Let's go. I wasn't part of the visitation team. But
you joined that day.
I had to go that day. That's part of responsibility. So we went that day. Now I think that was the first day I saw her too. Like I saw her. Okay, where will we be sitting? Oh, we say Sister Joy. Good afternoon. I saw her. She was in one corner like that. She was sitting like an outside.
Oh my God!
Why are you kidding me?
I still remember very, very well that day. Was seated one corner, like some people they used to fold their legs down, like you want to do prayers or something like that.
That was how
she sat.
Interesting.
So that was the first day. You asked me the first day.
I think he's throwing jabs at me because I grew up in Kaduna. So he always throws it that I be like.
That's how you say you are sitting like an outsider.
Exactly.
That was how you sat.
Exactly. That was how you sat. So you sat
there because
no. But that's how I enjoy sitting. Funny enough. Yes.
So it's still right.
Yeah.
Okay. So from there.
Okay. So I'll continue.
Yeah.
I think that day when I said I was like, such a very fine, gentle young man.
Oh,
But I that was that was all. I was like, such a fine, gentle man, and that was all. And they left, and I think 200 level, I became a full member because I was staying with the bishop, then bishop of Ilorin Diocese, and he was like, why will I go to other churches and not Anglican? That I should choose an Anglican church. So I decided, okay, instead of Anglican church, why don't I just go to ASF? And I became a committed member. From there, I see him, hello, hi. Then I noticed he was very close to one lady that the lady, I not mention names, very close, and I think I enjoyed I enjoyed looking at their friendship from afar. Funny enough, then fast forward to is it Phobis?
Okay,
Phobis. I think you took me Phobis.
Phobis are foundational Bible.
Yeah, foundational Bible. Yeah,
school for the fellowship.
yes, and he took me for I think a class or two, and I realized he was very grounded in God's word. You you ask questions, and I don't know if he takes me seriously, but I've always been telling him he was the one that fueled my passion for studying Bible. Funny enough, he was the one because he gave me my first study Bible, NLT topical Bible. Then
You were in what level?
I think I was in
100 level.
no 200 now.
And
200.
he was in 400.
He was in 400.
Okay.
Yes. So he gave me my first Bible, and that was a turning point for me. Like it fueled my Bible study life.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You gave her our first Bible.
Our first study Bible.
Yes, yes.
Were you doing God's work or
in no sincerity?
Nothing.
In no sincerity. You know what happened was, I think during Phobis, she had questions. She had some questions, so I said, okay, for you to have probably an elaborate study, get more understanding if you can use this study Bible. Then the intention was to give her for like I think a week
Yeah.
or 2 weeks to just go and um, grab the concept we were trying to discuss then. So I give her, so she went. So when she came back, she now asked me that okay, I now asked her that was it helpful? Okay, she was like yes. I said okay, would you like to have it? She said yes. So I said okay, you can have
so
it.
how did we move from fellowship president to a sister that needs the word of the Lord to now a sister that needs a boyfriend? How did we move to that level? When did the attraction start?
Yes.
Okay, so for me, I think generally the friendship. Okay, so from there we graduated to being friends. You know, the platonic, just normal friends. We had a couple of mutual friends that were together, but we were just all friends.
The word of the Lord brought you together.
Yes, the fellowship brought us together. But
Yeah.
even while we were friends, I feel like among when you have friends, among friends you have people that okay, they don't need to talk twice sometimes before you understand what they're saying.
You connect. There's a
Do you understand
connection.
this?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think she was that kind of person. Not only her, we had a couple of people, like I said, among friends.
Yeah.
You have people that okay, you connect.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And you can also talk or discuss for elongated hours.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So you
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
so it's just like gradual like that. You start from a distance, fellowship. So the closeness keep coming. You add more things to discuss outside the word of God. You understand? Life issues or things happen during the day or advice or gist or things like that.
Yeah.
So kept coming. So like that we spend more time talking, chatting, and all that. So from there, if I will fast forward, I'll fast forward to after school. I left school, though I still in school. I went for service. I came back for masters. So when I came back for masters, the whole friendship continued from there. Just friendship. I think all through school it was just friendship. Really, it was just friendship. The attraction, maybe for her, for me, it was just friendship. I maybe some people that also know me feel like, oh, I'm not really a women person, right?
Absolutely.
But really, all through school was just friendship. And I think after school, after masters, I left, she left. After a while, there was a break
Yeah.
in
very long
communication
break.
for a while.
A year
Then
plus.
Later we reconnected and we started talking, chatting, discussing. I mean, life issues. How are you? Business. She was she liked business, so she was doing the cake business. So we used to because of business. At the point I supported the business. You understand?
Financially,
Yes,
Yeah,
financially.
financially.
Supported
just support.
just support.
Like he was giving me
Just
5,000
support.
every quarter, like, and he did not miss it.
So I think it's for her to do giveaway then for I
Yes.
think for cake or something.
Yeah.
But okay, but I must say that all that time, as much as it was just friendship, if I just want to deny it within me, I know that okay, there's a very big tendency that it was going to be more than friendship. You understand?
You are seeing the potential.
Finally, he admits it.
So I think no realistically because sometimes I like to be very realistic. So if I must be realistic at that point, I mean, because I wasn't
Because
doing how many people
the
were
investment now,
Yes, do you understand? How many people was I doing that for?
Yeah.
Do you understand? If it was a guy, I was okay, guy. I understand it was in my head, but how many people are you doing? So within myself, I was also telling myself that oh, guy, this thing that you are doing, it's now do you understand? So then supporting business, but so we were just talking, and me I had an idea that really marriage should be built on friendship. Actually, I so much believe that thing. I used to tell one of my friends that I don't think I can really meet someone today and then marry next. I think I might have to build a friendship over time. So me, I believe marriage is really built on friendship. Somebody who I have been friends with
Okay,
and all
so
that.
you
So
were friends.
yes, we were friends for a good time. And we knew from 2011 now. He said 2011.
Yeah.
So all those times we were friends. I've seen our family not for marriage or like I've in cost of being friends.
Yeah.
I've met her family before
Yeah.
as friends, just friends. You know, I've seen her family. I know the kind of family she comes from. I know I've seen her dad, her siblings, and everything. And it's the kind of family that I like. Do you understand? So one of the things that also attracted me, and to her. So I feel it was. I always say it was something. The love was something that naturally built up in my own,
Okay.
from my own
It
side.
grew.
Yes, grew from that. To say okay,
Gradually.
among the multitude of people you kept seeing until you say okay, she's the one. You understand? So for me,
So at
that was
what
how
point did you decide that okay, I think we need to take this thing to the next level?
Okay, I think 2021. We got married 2022.
Yeah.
So I think 2021. I'm a spiritual person. I like to talk to God about everything actually. So I think okay. So let me not skip this. 2020. While I was in school, there was a time I was praying to God about relationship. I think I was in final year. I was praying to God about relationship. It was not just me, it was even me with a friend. So we were praying, I was praying about relationship, and God told me then that time, as in that for the level, that it was not yet time for me to go into a relationship. That when it is time, He will let me know. You understand? I will grant me the wisdom and it will let me know.
Yeah.
So fast forward, and I think that another one was that she's the first person I ever dated, and she's my wife. You understand? So she was my first relationship, and
Interesting.
yes. So and I think that response from God then from funded level was one of the major reasons why that happened, because then I had somebody in mind and I would have gone into relationship with. So but when God said okay, it wasn't time. When it's time, will grant me the wisdom. And then I interpreted it as the person, but maybe the time
Not
was
yet time.
do you understand? But things
Apparently,
happen.
the time now eventually revealed to you that the person was
was not what
Makes
I was.
sense.
Yes, was
Makes
not the way I
sense.
was thinking. So that 2021, I strongly was my mind that okay, I think it's time. So it wasn't like God spoke again to me that my son, it is time. But I just had that strongly in my mind that it's time. So the question of who was there. So I kept praying. So as I was praying. She was coming to my mind, but I wasn't really going to follow that. I don't know, maybe because we were friends, or maybe because we were just been friends, so maybe we were just friends. I just felt okay, we were just friends. You understand?
Yeah.
So it wasn't really coming in my mind to
So
say
you didn't
okay.
have that mind.
So I didn't have that mind. Even at that 2021, despite the fact that okay, she was. So it was almost like, it was almost like you are asking God for something, and God was saying, I don't understand.
Right
What are
in front of you.
You understand? Hey, like what exactly are you looking for? Do you understand?
That you don't already have.
That you don't have in this person. So, but me, I was still doing that. I still kept praying that God
Okay.
something like that.
Let me stop you there. At this time, what was on your own mind?
Okay.
Was there an attraction?
Okay.
Because I think somebody coming to say let's be doing this and that, and you don't have it in mind, would be very difficult for that person.
Okay, so like he said, let me to how will I put it, so that to give a robust understanding. Back in school, if I must admit, I had a crush on him, right? I did. Kama Kwaro, Kama Jali, I did. Yes, like such a very handsome man, very smart, loves God, caring and all. I had a crush, but there was something I did when I realized that friend of his was also, like, it was in her mind, it was more than friendship in her mind, that she was like, this was going to lead to something beautiful.
Serious,
And immediately I noticed that I called myself to order that, okay, God, this feeling, I don't want to have it. I don't want to have it around me. And funny enough, I was honest. I was really, like, brutally honest with that person, because she became my friend. And I told her that yes, I have a crush on this person. But
you had a conversation with the person?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, funny enough, I did. I did. I had the conversation and I told her that yes, I've told you, but I'm not going to pursue it or anything.
Yeah.
And that was all. And we continued the friendship. But I think low key there was this feeling of Joy still having that crush. Joy still having that crush.
Didn't go. Even
Yes.
though you were trying to kill it.
For me it did, honestly, but for her, for that friend of mine that is also his friend, she still felt I was still crushing.
Okay.
You understand? Okay. And it really, at a point, it fractured our friendship towards the end, because I was doing it from a very a good place. She would like, Joy, pray about this, and I'll pray and I'll reveal what God will say to me about to her relationship, about the two of them. You understand? And I'll be like, what I'm hearing in my spirit is God is saying you should wait. You should wait. It's innocent me. But I think she was interpreting that wait as me.
I want to go.
I want to. Yeah. So it fractured the relationship. And he was saying we lost contact for a while. The reason we did was actually I blocked his number. I blocked him because I was hearing some things that Joy is trying to force herself on him. I was so mad, like,
snatch a brother.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, Kenny, Lori, I got provoked. How many is the brother? No? Like, that was how I was feeling. Like, how many is the brother? Like, I was so mad. I blocked his number, deleted it, and I moved on. And I went for service. I went for service. I think it was it during service we connected? I think it was during service or towards the ending. But girl, I have moved on. I was already in a relationship. I was already in a relationship with another person. But the beautiful thing is about God is very merciful and he's very kind, because it was like from the get-go, the relationship I entered, it was already doomed to fail. It was like God was saying, this is not the relationship. Yeah. But I was like, never. It cannot. How we I just went ahead, but I knew deep down that this person was not for me. But I did not. I continued. And you would think I continued for months, but I continued for 2 years. For 2 years, I did. I was like, we'll manage this. We will manage it. I cannot, I was so sure that God can change his mind and everything. So for him, we still maintain friendship, but there was one thing we were talking about everything. He did not mention it. We always talked about everything except relationship. It was like the topic that must not be mentioned.
Like for either of us.
For either of us. It was so.
Were you guys deliberately
No, funny enough, like me, okay, I was deliberately avoiding it because I was in he wasn't thinking, but me, I was deliberately avoiding it because I was in a relationship and I did not want to tell you. As in, I felt you don't need. He was, but I did not know he was until after I broke up with the relationship. So fast forward to 2 years, the relationship broke, and I think we saw after the relationship ended and we were talking, and he and his friends, they were laughing at me, like seriously laughing, and I was so mad. Funny enough, I was more mad at him than his friend because his friend too chopped breakfast, but he was like, I can never. He was making it look like our target breakfast, we are experiencing heartbreak. We did not. I was so mad. I was mad, but we moved on, and it was like we moved on from there. So we continued our friendship. My sister, my immediate younger sister, would this is your friendship. This is your friendship. I was like, don't go there. Don't put ideas into my head. But she kept at it. She was like, she knows what she's saying, but let's see. And there was a time, I think fast forward to 2021, relationship, after 4 years of not being in a relationship, I was like, maybe it's time to be serious. Let me come. And I was like, God, please do help me. I started praying. I've always been praying right from time, but I became more serious in 2021. I was praying. And the devil is very smart. That period I was praying, different people left and right, that somebody that lost your contact will be like, Joy, and I was like, what is happening? And
was just showing face.
Everybody, and it felt there was one step that was
more confusing.
There was one that it was so it felt like if I did not marry this person, I've missed it in life. That was how, like, my family loved him. My not just my immediate my extended family, very nice guy, they loved him, but I was not convinced, and I stood my ground. I was like, never, this is not the person. I've made mistake once, I cannot go ahead and make mistake again. So, and that was how they were just coming. They were 2021. I kept praying, and at a point I started asking myself, like, is my standard too high? How we'll be asking ourselves. And I was praying, but we were still friends. Then there was a shift. I noticed a shift towards October, November in our friendship. Like we talk for long hours. But I started noticing for the first time in our friendship since 2011. So it was in October we talked about relationship. Like, it's true. Why we know what's happened? Not why are we not in it? Like, bro, I called him bro today. Bro, today, why are you not even in a relationship? Let me now share it here. Secretly, I was thinking, Abishay, brother, you share. Is he straight? Is it straight or something? Because how will somebody tell me that be so
calm
and not like, are you shocked by everything?
Are you okay, sir?
Exactly. And that was, and I told him, like, when we got married, I told him, I laughed about it. But that was my feeling. So when we talked about it, apparently, I think I will allow him to continue. Apparently, he wanted to talk to me. I think asked me out. Was it October, November? After we saw in November. We saw in November. I came to Lagos in November. We saw but me,
she was in Kaduna.
I was in Kaduna. So we saw in November, and we just normal friendship and everything. We moved on. But after I went back to Kaduna, he was talking, and it felt like there was just this you will know that it's as if brother Ifema catch feelings. I was like, but at the end of the day, nothing. There was no. You can continue. If you remember that conversation,
So how did you now?
Make
the move. How did you?
So before I made the move, how I finally decided that okay, she was one. I think there was a series of events that happened. So then I joined one in church. We had singles,
TCM
walking singles group. Yes, walking singles group. Yeah. So I joined with the mind that okay, maybe God will open my eyes. I'm gonna meet somebody. So you understand? So I think I joined. apparently she joined too. She joined, like maybe a friend told her to join.
She was attending this church also.
I was not
She
attending.
wasn't though. She was in Kaduna.
I was in Kaduna
I think a
attending.
friend that attends her church told her to
TCN
join.
community group.
Yes, TCN community.
So she joined TCN community group, working. Me, I did not know.
Remotely.
We did not talk about it.
Yes.
We were talking normal, but we did not talk about that one. So she joined. I joined on my own. Then normally when you join, they will divide it into subgroups where they will create a WhatsApp group for all of you.
Yes.
They created a WhatsApp group, a subgroup. She was added to the subgroup. When I was sent the link for my subgroup, when I opened it, she was the first person I saw. I was like, can you join Shenbi? Yeah. She was the first person I saw. You know how WhatsApp is that when you join the group, someone that you have the contact,
Yes,
you see the person
will be
first.
at the top. Yes.
Exactly. I said, wow. So at that point, I said, is God telling me something? Okay, I joined normally. We even didn't talk about it too. I joined normally. It was later that I joined normally. But when I kept praying, I had that assurance in my mind that was just like an answer, a question has been answered since, but you just dragged and okay. So
Yeah.
I finally came to peace about that, and so I think after I came to peace about that, then we now used to have a elongated talk. It was almost as if I always call her back to back, every day, more than we used to
And I was
talk.
wondering
So
why.
it was you wondering why is this guy calling me now, calling me
Yeah,
now?
sometimes I avoided his call.
So
Yeah, I did.
So I think from that September,
And
October,
he
November.
already knew what he wanted at that
No,
point.
funny enough, I because of the way I like, my mind is so wired in such a way that if I like you and all of a sudden, like there was I was not, maybe how will I put it now? Like there's a way I wire my mind that okay, you can't fall for this person, no matter how. You can't be in love. Don't try to form happy ending with this person.
Imagine
You
it.
don't imagine it. Don't imagine until something.
won't be
So
disappointed.
yes, that was I don't like setting myself up for disappointment. So when I was noticing that rush of, I was like, this guy wants to break barriers. I was rebuking. No, I was rebuking that sometimes I will reject, like I will ignore his calls because I don't want
But
a
she was
situation
always happy
whereby
to see my call.
hello,
I know.
hello. Yeah, anyways, yes, I was, because he's such a he's a good person. Like he's a sweet companion to talk to. Yeah. So
Okay. So eventually,
So eventually December, before December, so she came to
over the phone or physically.
and so she came because then I was in my mind that okay, we've been friends. I need to see her physically because it's been long. So
yeah.
she's in Kaduna, I was in Lagos. So she came to Lagos for an event or something. So
Yeah.
I invited her over for on a date. So we just went
Which
out.
date? Did you call it a date?
Okay, I invited her over. We went out. Is that
Exactly.
good? So we went out. So,
Friendship dates.
so we went out. I think going out, seeing her physically. So my mind was just. I think that was the final decision. So at that point, I already knew what I wanted. I already knew what I was going to do and all that. So, but I did not say anything that day. So we left. She left back to Kaduna. So in December, to not elongate the story, in December over the phone, like we spoke
Over the phone.
over the phone. Yes, because she was in Kaduna and I was in Lagos.
You
so
said what you had to
I
say.
had said what I had to say. I said that in December went back to. So I was going to travel to Shovo.
Okay.
Then-
So what was your first reaction?
I think
Adura look back. God has answered this.
so funny enough, it was not, I was sick. I was
Okay.
sick then. So I think he called me in the morning that day that
Yeah.
I think he did not get me. Then he sent me a message
Yeah.
that he needed. So because I was in that, I was taking injection. So in that dizziness of injection, I picked up my phone. Whose WhatsApp number? Whose WhatsApp? So I opened the message and I saw him proof
Oh,
like
yeah, I already gave her a clue.
he gave
when I
me a
sent
clue.
her.
Oh, ma. I started sweating. Fever broke. Fever broke. I opened my eyes like, okay, she as in, because sometimes when I'm really sick I hallucinate. So I was like, she me hallucinate. I went out, rinsed like my face and came back and I was like, what I pay is true. So I switched off my phone. Like, don't call me. I switched off my phone. Let me sleep.
I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear it. So I slept. in the evening. Okay, I think I responded that, see, we'll talk later. I'm sick. Then I think he was trying to call me, but I already switched off. But I said, let me sleep and wake up so that maybe I'll be more conscious that maybe it's the dream, And when I woke up, I turned on my phone. The message was still there. I was like, oh, wow. Then he calls me. Then we talked about it. I was like, please give me two weeks to think about it. And I spoke with my sister. My sister was like, in your mind, do you want to say yes? Or the 2 weeks you took, is it to stall or you want to pray? Because I don't understand 2 weeks praying, something you've been praying about since. So tell me. And I was like, I was so mad at her that why are you trying to, in my mind, like, why are you pushing me? And we ignored it. So apparently she now told my auntie, one of my auntie, that, and my auntie is very sensitive. She's spiritually sensitive. If you tell her about a relationship, she will know almost from get-go if it's not going to work. So I was hesitant. Like, well, apparently my sister told her, and my sister was planning for her wedding too. So my sister told her, and when my auntie came, when we saw physical, she was like, "What's wrong with you? Well, why are you wasting the innocent man's time?" As in, I was like, you better say yes. I was like, why? She said, because I have a strong nudge that this is the person. You better say yes and don't waste your time, either of your time. I was like, okay. And my mom, my parents were like, that's good, say yes. I was like, I will still take my time. And
Why am I hearing all those public say yes, say
yeah.
yes, say yes?
Yeah, it was like everybody. Funny enough, everybody I told approved, and
Supported
everybody, even my best friend, supported. At the point, my best friend was like, I should, because she knew that sometimes I can be very, let me not use the word crazy, but I can be very conscious, like so careful that I mess things up because of being over.
Too uptight.
Yeah, exactly. So she was like, you better don't use your hand to sabotage this relationship. Go and say yes. And I was like, okay. And I think on the 21st of December 2021, I said,
That was how you gave him the best Christmas gift
I
ever.
said yes.
Oh,
I said yes.
shit.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
Wow. From platonic friendship to developing feelings, then to something serious.
Yeah.
That's so beautiful. Thank you
you.
very much.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yes. Thank you.
But I've been wondering, was it that when all of us, when we were, anyway, I had already left Chabo, when others were praying, maybe you people were eyeing each other. But I can see now that it wasn't always like that.
It wasn't.
Yeah. The same was not the case for many of us, but it's good that you've shared your story and I appreciate you very much.
Yeah.
So I want us to do one thing very quickly. In
Okay.
2 minutes we are done. Or 1 minute. I want to do therapy for the two of you.
All right.
So you guys will face each other.
Okay.
Yeah, tilt like this.
All right.
Beautiful.
Okay.
So yeah, you hold hands now. Then you look at each other's eyes. All through.
All through the
And,
1 minute.
yeah, all through the. So you now
See me
say to
blushing
each
like
other,
new
you have
bride.
20 seconds each
Okay.
to appreciate each other and tell each other that you love yourselves.
Okay.
And why you are happy to be in this relationship and your prayers for the future. So who is going first?
You.
Okay, so I want to use this opportunity to say I really love you. I appreciate you being in my life. I appreciate you. I appreciate God bringing you my way, having a family together, the talks, the plans, the desire for God, the desire to grow, the good plans we have for the future, the fact that we take things to God in prayer together, the care you have for me and for our baby. We have a baby. I really appreciate that. Your smartness, how you relate with people, how you are kind. I really, really appreciate that. And I want to say that I love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That one.
Thank you. Okay, so my turn.
Yes.
First I want to appreciate you for being in my life. Like, you are a good addition to my life, an excellent addition to my life, because so far we're going to be 2 years this week.
Wow.
And like he's very thoughtful, and he helps you, he provokes your thoughts, like you have to think, like, and that's what I really appreciate about you. I love how intentional you are about your family. I love how teachable you are. Like I love that part of you. I love it. I love it. And I love how you're a praying person, and I appreciate you for that. I love you, and I'm really glad about the plans we have for the future. Funny enough, we had board meeting today before we came.
Oh,
Yes, we did.
that's so nice.
Yeah, it was really interesting, and yeah, I really appreciate you, and I love you.
Oh,
Thank you.
thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for doing that.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for watching up till this point. We hope you've learned one or two things. Thank you very much. And kindly like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And also, if you would love to share your story with us, kindly send us a DM. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting us. Thank you. Bye.